You're listening to the Wicked Theory Podcast.
We're very happy to have you back, even for a short visit.
And here we go.
Broadcasting to you live from Gotham City Rodent Removal, where they're working overtime. They've got a big bat problem. This is the Wicked Theory Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is the Wicked Theory Podcast. We're back. This is the show. This is how it goes. I'm Bill Sweeney, and I convinced you to listen. Thanks. That's nice of you. I got my buddy Ed.
Mark my words, there'll never be a more screwed up time in Washington, but we can't let it stop us.
Okay. We got Uncle Jay. No. We got Brother Bob.
No.
Nope.
No.
We got Henno.
Hey,
We got Henno, and Henno's on guitar tonight because Bob's not here. Henno, play a lick real quick. Bob's fired. And that's that. Thanks for listening. Henno, thank you for coming all this way to hang out with us tonight.
thank you.
That was
me.
That was both nice and brave.
Yes, it is. Well, I mean, I only got to deal with half the show.
That's true.
This is true.
The bar was lowered.
Yeah. It's almost as if you knew. Like, hey, anytime I'm gonna go, it's gonna be this week. But yeah, Jay was scheduled out.
Yeah.
And Bob's really kind of pissed off that his job got him doing a double. But it's just the way it goes. He really wanted to get face-to-face time with you, Henno, and talk guitar shop. And
Yep.
And you guys, could all.
Yeah.
know.
Fortunately, Bob is in the chat right now.
Oh, that's
All
true.
right.
That's true.
Hey, Bob.
Henno's enjoying the guitars.
Yes.
He's playing.
I love the
which one
Explorer.
is this? That's what the one you're playing now.
The
Explorer.
LTD, yeah,
Nice. And we're having a go of it. So let's keep it going. I'm on a roll. I'm on a rhythm. I sound and seem professional right now.
Here we go.
Which is
Flow.
unusual. Which is unusual. So we met Henno real quick. We'll jump right into the official business. This is episode 147.
Yep.
We'll get to some news a little bit. We got maybe a review or two. We got some chat room people hanging out.
Yeah, we do.
We're gonna go through that in a second. Anybody wants to get an email in? There's still some time if you're listening live. podcast@wickedtheory.com because it's a podcast called Wicked Theory,
Yeah.
and the website's wickedtheory.com.
Yes, it is.
And it's a podcast you're trying to send a message to.
I think you're over-explaining.
Okay, that's possible. Yeah.
A little bit.
All right.
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit. Yeah, so people can also check us out on Facebook. And if you go to Facebook, there's a group that we hang out in sometimes. You know, some people are in there. Might be familiar faces. I don't know.
Yep.
Go find out. They do a caption thing every week. There's a picture that floats around. Sometimes people post up their own nonsense. I don't know. Go check it out. It'd be nice to see you there. Ed, did you do a DC TV report again this week?
Yes, we did.
You and Sarah Netzley?
Yes, Sarah and I.
Freelance writer for EW.com?
Yes, yes, we did. We had 7 episodes to cover this week, including the season 4 premiere of iZombie.
So now you've just gotten whiplashed back into your full-on DC smorgasbord of spandex. How's it going?
Oh, it was a trip. We did 7 shows and still got under 90 minutes.
Oh, congratulations for that.
Yeah,
I'll give you a bell.
Yeah, and everything was covered. I've been on a whole roll this week. And I'll get to that in my meanwhile.
Okay.
I've been knocking down a lot of pegs.
Teasing some stuff here.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
Gotcha. That's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah. But
That's good pod.
This episode was really good. We had the same audio issues that we've had the last couple of weeks, but it's going to be fixed soon. I promise.
Yes.
I think I have an idea of what's going on.
Okay.
But
Okay.
we're working on it.
Yes. Yes. But all right. So that wraps up that. I'm just going to put this out there. No pressure on anybody. Episode 150 is right around the corner.
Yes.
I'm not promising any bells and whistles. I'm just mentioning it.
Okay.
There's that. I don't even know why. now that I think about it, I'm like, I didn't have anything to really mention about it, but if I felt compelled to put it in the notes.
Yeah.
So that's that. I don't know. But we know what we can do as he picks up the notes for the show.
Huh.
He sees what's the next. Is to say, hey, Henno, since we're in the official business, don't you do a couple of podcasts?
Yes, I do, Bill.
Don't you do that crazy Gotham Lights podcast?
Yes, I do. With my good pal Steph,
And you
otherwise
also,
known as Semi.
and you know what? We talk about that a lot
Yes,
on the
you
show.
do.
So I felt like we should talk about Crazy Life.
Thank you.
The
I
Crazy
appreciate
Life.
that.
That's another show that you're on, right?
Yeah, so The Crazy Life is a podcast I do with two good friends they're up in Michigan, Jen and Brian. And we all bring our own little isms to the show, and we talk about mental health and recovery. And so, we've got a depression, anxiety, we've got a bipolar, and we've got an alcoholic.
Nice.
So,
All right.
I'm not promising it's therapy, but it's ish.
And you're
It's in
having
there.
fun.
You'll get the disclaimer every time that we are not professionals, we are not therapists.
Right.
However, we are just trying to bring our perspective on, the stuff that people go through, to live a better life.
Sure.
It's a positive message usually, and it's actually something very important to all three of us. And for me, sometimes it's a weekly catharsis.
Life can be heavy, man.
Yeah.
And sometimes just talking it out or even hearing other people talk it out and like, it's like, oh shit, that's, okay. I'm not crazy. I'm not alone. That's shit that I go through
That's
too.
it.
You know what I mean?
And that's what we're trying to do is we're trying to give our experience and how we'll find some tips on the internet, and we'll talk about how we use those in our lives. And there's nothing better than when we get an email from someone saying, hey, I listened to your episode this week. It really helped me with something that's going on in my life right now, or blah, that kind of thing. And it's to me, it's a form of service, actually, for me and my recovery is to give what was given to me that's kept me sober. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's
so
cool.
Thanks and that's the Crazy Life podcast. You can find that on all the usual places, and you can find us on Twitter at the Crazy Life Pod.
Cool.
And if that's an interest to you, it's.
Well, it was one of those things where like I was like, I kind of forgot that because we don't spend we never mention it. I kind of forgot all about it.
Yeah.
And so I was checking it out today, and our buddy Clint from Geek Dig is on a recent episode. So just, wanted to put that out there for people.
No, thanks. I
Make sure people
appreciate
knew
that,
about
yeah.
that. Because I was like, oh, here's somebody out there doing a decent thing, and it's usually like,
and
just everybody goofing around, having a good old time, like making dick jokes and stuff. But it can't all be dick jokes. But maybe there's some dick jokes on there. I'm not saying. I don't know.
No, and here's the other thing. It is safe for work. We tried to keep this one clean.
Oh, okay.
We actually do.
All right, me and Jay can't come on.
Yeah. so and it took a little effort at first to do that, but no, we go out of our way to do it so anybody can listen to this show and anybody can benefit from it. And
that's
so
good.
That's and I don't really I don't bring up Gotham Lights on the Crazy Life,
Right,
and I don't bring
right.
up the Crazy Life on Gotham Lights.
Yeah, okay.
I don't
try
know
not
why.
You try
I
not to
just-
cross promote really like that. Like,
Yeah, I promote them separately on their own, and what I love is my Brian, who pretty much puts the show together for the Crazy Life. Jen is the host, the hostess,
Right.
and then Brian does all the production work. And every once in a while, Brian at the end will be like, "Hey, what's that other podcast you do?" And I'm like, "Oh, thanks, dude. That's awfully nice." And that would be Gotham Lights podcast. And Gotham has started. Unfortunately, well, let's just face it. There's not going to be an episode for the next couple of weeks because I'm on vacation.
what?
And Steph is on vacation.
Oh wow. So I've already got the jump, but I've seen the episode.
Yeah, well-
and potted about it.
Yeah.
Nice. Ruin it for him right now.
And here I was,
Bruce Wayne.
and here
Bruce
I was
Wayne- Bruce
meeting
Wayne
Palmer, at a casino when it was on. But I really wanted to come watch it with you and your parents, Ed. I really did.
Which is weird because I'm usually watching it upstairs, so they're watching Big Bang Theory downstairs.
But it would have been cool if I was downstairs with your parents watching Gotham while you were upstairs
watching Gotham.
watching Gotham.
Well, I would have said this: if you came for Gotham, you would have had to stay for Arrow afterwards, which would have been torture.
Because he would have had no time to talk to you in between shows. And are you going to stick around for like Batman Light? They're both basically Batman Light. I mean, when you think about it.
Ooh. No spoilers, but Arrow this week it was kind of a disappointment. Not gonna lie.
No spoilers. You're right. There are no spoilers in that. That's pretty much typical. For
Hey!
Don't get defensive. You don't make it. You don't make that show. You make a show about shows.
Hey, but I want it to be good.
That's
all right.
true.
Is that like saying somebody was on Flash and they were faster?
It's something like
that? Is that something like that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Someone write an email. Let me know if that worked.
Well, they're faster till Barry gets the pep talk. You know, that's
in the hallway.
Yeah.
Which, hey,
I'm feeling a little down with myself.
They kind of got meta this week.
Oh, they did.
They did.
They really?
The new guy was like, it's just the part where someone takes him out to the hallway and has a conversation with them. And I
guess it's on me now.
And I was like, yes. And they literally said to him, well, what are you waiting for? Because he hesitated. And they were like, well, let's go then if you know all about it.
I may need to watch this now.
It was the one moment where I felt like kind of vindicated because I was saying that shit in like season 1.5, at least season 1.5.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so... well, it's nice to have you here.
Yeah, thank you.
It was a pleasure to have you. We had some pizza earlier. How was the pizza?
The pizza was delicious.
The pizza was actually not. It was a place right around the corner. It's not the place we wanted to get it from tonight, but it was close.
And
it was probably more expensive. So
what I loved is that I had to fold that sucker up.
To
keep all that yummy oil in there. And they had
was pepperoni slices.
The mini pepperonis.
Yeah,
the little ones.
The little ones.
Not like that big.
No, not
thin
those
slices.
big things. Those little ones.
Those little ones that curl up on the edges.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It felt very authentic.
Yeah, it is. It's actually a pretty good pizza. It's one of the better ones. But you'll have to come back because we still have to get you to Danino's.
Oh, yep.
We had King's tonight. If anybody's interested in what the hell we're talking about.
Hey, what about Lee's? All right.
One day.
Yeah.
One day. Actually, you know what? We did do it one day, and it was like,
Excuse me?
I'm just saying. Whoa, fucking! Just because someone's related to somebody else.
You were in a mood.
I was not in a mood. You know what? Yes, I was in a mood. I was in a mood for good pizza.
No, you were in the mood.
And I got that.
I got the clam pie, which is what they're famous for.
Clam
which is
pie
my favorite
good.
thing there.
The clam pie was good. I think we had a
and
clam.
you're just sitting there like, I don't know.
That's not what I said at all.
Yeah, yes, you did. Like, it's out of a jar. Like, I was like, fuck you.
But it was, though. It was, though. I mean, they all do it. Every pizzeria does it, though. They all taste the same because they use the same basic, clams oregano that you're supposed to use like linguine sauce. Like, it's the same, like, what's the basic company for that? I'm trying to think of a brand name.
I don't know.
Well, we have a Cisco truck.
What is that? Is that like
every restaurant? The truck pulls up. Yeah, exactly.
The thong guy comes driving in. Yo, is everybody out too?
Yeah, that's the logo on it. It's like Cisco.
It is
the thong.
It's just a truck with a big speaker on it, and he just pumps it through the neighborhood like the ice cream.
Well, it's either Cisco or it's Aramark. That's the other big food distributor.
See, now Aramark is the uniform company.
That's what I was going to say. I was just going to say the workplace uniforms. I see the trucks.
Yeah, they do carpets and uniforms.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. All right. All right, you know what? Enough of you. Let's put you under some pressure here, all right? Because you know what time it is?
Oh, wait.
Uh-oh.
I can't spoil that question.
Yeah. Wow.
And for everyone, that sound was my watch being turned over.
Yeah, I might keep this, though. That was pretty nice.
It's not bad. A little fossil.
It's a fossil. It's a fossil. It's better than the one I have. All right. Yeah, let's do some quiz stuff. How about that? That's not how I usually start it, though.
No, it's not.
No, I got to do the intro. I got to do this. That's it.
That's the pressure right there.
That's it. I should have hit the one that says quiz intro. I guess if I wanted to play the intro for the quiz. Is that correct? All right. So, yeah. Let's do this, okay? Let's talk about it.
Are you guys on a chat game?
Was that? Oh, we didn't say. Oh, see, you know what it is? I jumped over to this doc. You're right. Who's in the chat?
Oh, who's in the chat?
Let's just put who's in the chat. Let's set the chat.
Well, we got.
I'm sorry. I jumped ahead.
No, but you know what? We should have done that.
We got mainstays Wesley Ryan Gaskins and Zombie John Thompson.
Yeah.
Dom Torrey's in the chat.
Hey, Steph.
As well as people we don't see all the time.
Yeah.
Brizo.
Hey, Brizo.
And Benny Livewire.
Yeah, Benny Livewire. He's a real Livewire.
Mm-hmm. Evidently, Wesley's enjoying us while noshing down on some baked chicken and double baked potato.
It sounds delicious, but maybe not healthy. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Double baked?
Yeah, twice baked potato. It's where they like scoop it out, they mix like different stuff into it, and they bake it again. You ever had?
No, I have.
Yeah.
I just kind of forgot for a
Did they ever do that with pizza? Like mix the pizza in and then bake it again? No?
No, never.
That's basically a pizza roll.
Yeah, it's like a calzone.
It's kind of like a
Yeah, it is
calzone.
kind of a calzone.
Let's just
Yeah.
flip it around and
Yeah.
slap it back in the oven.
Yeah.
I guess. All right, enough of that.
I don't know.
All right, can we get serious
Sorry
here?
to delay this
Yeah.
quiz.
Yeah.
No. We still have to get out the game.
Oh yeah, yeah. So the so the chat game we're gonna throw in for this week is making a Batman movie.
Hey, because the
Yeah.
Gotham kid is here.
Exactly. Examples include The Good, the Bad, and the Batman, and Catwoman on a hot tin roof.
Pausing for laughter. Not much. Not
Yeah.
much. Okay.
All right, get to that quiz.
Yeah, get to that, kids. Work it out. Appreciate all your help and your support through and through. Okay, maybe now we'll fucking. Yeah, it feels about right.
Just keeps getting more ominous, man.
Do you have the thing?
It's the pressure.
The thing I gotta read?
Yeah.
Yeah. I do. Should I read it?
Yeah, you should read
Okay,
it.
Le Quiz. This quiz is designed to gauge your pop cultural chutzpah, general geekitude, and natural nerdiness. It's designed with you in mind. While some questions are things you probably should know, others are here to see what you've acquired by osmosis. Your geekiness is not on trial. That's another bit for another day. And here's how it works. There are 10 questions divided into easy, medium, and hard, and something called super mega bonus points round thing. All right? I may award points, but fair warning, I'm bad at math. There's 2 rules. Rule number 1 is take your time, but don't take all day. And rule number 2 is Ed could help, but that would be cheating, and I won't because I'm a jerk. All right? Are you ready?
Ready.
First one's easy. All right? Because we're going from easy to hard.
All right.
No one's talking to you.
It's fine.
Question number 1, buddy. Batman's plane is called what?
I have no fucking idea what his plane's called.
It's kind of cake. It's kind of an easy one. Is
The bat plane?
Yes, yes. That's why it's that easy in the beginning. We also would have.
I'm so screwed.
We also would have accepted the bat wing.
The bat wing. That sounds more authentic.
Yeah, because bat plane was the name until the 80s happened and like comic books grew up. It was like everything was
we can
bat.
make a plane shaped like a bat.
Batman's got a dog. You know what the dog's name's gonna be? Bat Dog.
Ace. It was Ace
No,
the
wouldn't
Bat
it be-
Hound.
I was just gonna say, wouldn't it be Bat Hound?
Yeah.
It's always some alternative on the name.
You know what started as fucking Bat Dog? Let's not even get into it.
It was
Sort of-
Ace.
at least in a meeting somewhere.
It was Ace.
I'm sure Bob Kane was like.
And he
Bat
only
Dog.
got Ace because of Crypto the Super Dog. Let's be honest.
Question number 2. Bullwinkle is a moose. Rocky is a.
Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat. Not again. That trick never works. Nothing up my sleeve. Bristol. Must have got a squirrel.
Yeah, that's correct. Yes. yes, that's correct. We'll take that. Squirrel. Just squirrel.
Squirrel.
Nothing about impressions or anything extra stuff, but just squirrel.
It's the only one I do other than, oh, that's right. Hey, boo boo boy, why don't we go get us some picnic baskets? What if the ranger finds out, Yogi? Fuck the ranger, boo boo.
I'm just gonna say it. That's the same fucking 2 impressions. But
is.
we'll move on. Okay,
That's all I got.
Fair enough. But then you didn't have to readdress it.
Remember, he's a flying squirrel too.
Oh,
He's a flying squirrel.
True. Okay. Question number 3. The Arnold Terminator. That's the T-800. What was the liquid Terminator?
T-1000.
That's correct. Now we're into the mediums here. Question number 4. Name 3 boats, real or pop culture. Just 3 boats.
The Titanic,
Sure.
the Lusitania,
Sure.
and the Queen Mary.
How about that? 3 real boats, folks.
Whoa.
Actually, those are technically ships. Shit, I'm fucked.
Fuck. I don't even know.
Well, a ship is a type of boat.
What's the Forrest Gump? Oh, it was the Ginny.
was the
See,
Jenny.
I should have. Those were
Yes, it was
boats.
Jenny.
I should have
Is
gone
that
with the
how that
Ginny.
goes?
Jenny.
All right, now we're getting
Aye,
technical. Now we're getting more
Jenny,
technical.
yeah.
Now we're getting more technical.
You should just take my win and run.
I just really wanted a love boat.
Oh,
I
see,
really wanted a love boat.
I didn't throw a love boat in there.
You know,
And the Love
I
Boat
would
is
have
actually
taken the SS.
the
Minnow.
SS Minnow.
the
You
Love
didn't.
Boat is actually a ship.
All right. Question number 5.
Do you know the difference between a ship and a boat?
Well, one's got legs. No, what's the difference? I really don't know.
A ship has smaller boats on it.
Oh shit, that's how you know?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, is a life preserver technically a ship or a boat? Because
No,
it
'cause it's
floats. And it's a thing that could keep someone afloat.
No, it's a vest. It's not a boat.
What about a shoe? No?
You can't walk around in it.
No, that's true. That's true. Can't really stay dry.
Yeah.
I got you. All right, question number 5. How you feeling about the quiz so far?
I'm feeling like I'm not very geeky.
No, it's all right. The questions really aren't that geeky either. The last one wasn't. Question number 5. Outside of Star Wars and Star Trek, name 3 aliens, not immigrants. 3 aliens.
But I could make Bob so happy. Oh, I'm sorry. That was political.
Kind of not. But anyway.
Wait, so...
Not from Star Wars, not from Star Trek.
Not from Star Wars, or not from Star Trek.
Right, but there's other aliens out there. There's a lot of other aliens
so
when you think about it for a second.
Do the reavers count?
Sure. Are they from
Okay.
another planet?
They're from outer space.
That's other planets exist out.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see. How about the Cylons? I don't.
Yeah, we made them. We created them.
Yeah.
Humans made them. Humans made them. Doesn't count. That's robots.
That's not an alien. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough. It's not an
Yeah,
alien.
it's a robot.
We created it.
Oh. Marvin the Martian.
That counts.
That's an alien.
Sure, sure. One more, buddy. One more.
Oh man.
It's tough.
I got to dig deep.
Tough.
The Man on the Moon? No? Pushing on that one?
No.
Pushing
Andy
on-
Kaufman seems like an alien.
Yeah.
if you mean Andy Kaufman.
I mean, I'm just thinking of what your podcast is. I'm just thinking what your podcast has been for like the last 6 weeks.
The Krill.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
Just so we're
Ed.
clear, Ed has been cheating, but it doesn't seem to be stopping the game.
Hey.
I'm just saying, for factual sakes, I'm not stopping it.
I didn't feed him an answer.
No, not at all. Okay, here's a tough one. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Some people might think it's a tough one. Name another Henno.
My mother's godson.
Gonna have to take your word for it. Give him a bell anyway. I'll take it. I did look it up, and I was just like, I don't know if he'll remember this off the top of his head, but I'm sure he's looked up his own name and knows like the first that comes up is some French dude.
Oh no, there's a kid.
Oh, there's a kid pianist.
Yes, yeah, there's a musician.
Yeah. He's like trying to be like the next little Beebs kind of
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. Yeah. You found that?
I watched like 4 videos. I did. Yeah, I did.
I hate that. I hate that little fucker.
Yeah. And that was the thing. That's why it was compelling, because I couldn't tell if I liked him or hated him or not. Because he was a kid, he was kind of cute still, and it's like, oh, he can play, but he's singing like this stuff, and he doesn't have like amazing range. He's just very talented for his age. So he was like,
So when I ran for office, and I Googled vote Henno, well, the kid was looking for votes for all of his contests. So all it came up was that guy over and over again. Horrible. But my mother's godson is a Henno.
Okay.
And it's really weird when we're in the same room.
Okay.
Because when
how
someone
old is
says
he?
my name,
Right.
I'm not used to it not being me.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? That's freaking weird.
Oh, I don't know. There's 3 other
Yeah.
Eds in my family,
I
and
Right.
I'm the little one.
But imagine never having that experience until like later in life.
Yeah,
Basically, is
it's
where
like,
he's coming from.
he's like 8 years older than I am, but it's just bizarre.
What? Okay. All right. You're right. It is bizarre. How bizarre?
I know, isn't that bizarre? He's 8 years older than I am.
Question number 7. The greatest American hero
Ooh,
always had trouble doing what?
flying.
That's correct. Would have also taken changing into the suit, because that, always,
thought
that
that
was
was
always a
pretty
problem
clumsy
too.
about that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like never had a good place. It was always like in the
Yep.
back seat of the guy's car. Come on, kid, just put on the suit already. All right.
Believe it or not,
Play it.
George is home.
Play it. Don't sing it. Okay. Question number 8. True or false? The Partridge Family met the Brady Bunch.
True.
False. If you saw the TV movie, you might think that happened. Did you ever see the TV movie about the Partridge Family?
Yeah.
So I'll let you slide. I'll give you a ding for it. I'll give him a ding, because in that movie it happens. But that movie turns out, because I thought of the question, so I looked up.
No, I'm good with
So turns out the thing is that movie's based on David Bonaducci's tell-all book, and supposedly everybody else involved in both shows says that never happened. But ABC fucking put it right in the middle of, because I watched a clip online on YouTube, and then I was like they square off, like the people on the sets of the shows. It wasn't like in the shows themselves.
No, yeah.
But it was like the Partridge Family. I forget why they get some beef. Like let's go there and see if we were all gonna fight them or something.
Yeah.
Like that's the way they do it with the music and shit. But it's like, oof, you know what I mean? But
I know it never happened on the
coming
TV
out and
shows.
looking it up, it was like, oh, there's this whole question of whether or not it actually happened. So, all right, fair enough. At least you saw the movie.
Yeah, I did.
And I'm giving you for that because that's
I'm a brave man.
brave. Brave. I've said it before earlier. I'll say it again. All right, question number 9. Without looking, plus or minus 3 minutes, what time is it right now?
7:26.
Shut the fuck up. That is exactly fucking right. I was like, he might get it. I'm like, this is easy math. First of all, that's the first thing I thought. Oh, it's 7:26. It would be like 7:23 or 7:29. That's the window. And I was like, 7:26. I'm like, fuck you. Fuck you for being the first guy to ever get that right. Like, on the fucking nose.
This is the big one, right?
This is the big one. This is the big one. This is the final question, the Super Mega Points redemption round. Doesn't matter if you got anything else wrong. It's all about this one, kid, all right? All the pressure comes down to this. This, maybe just based on the pressure, could be the toughest question here. What hero talks to fish?
Aquaman.
That's correct! Give him a bell, give him a bell, give him a couple bells. All right, that's enough bells. All right. Congratulations, Henno. You made it to the last thing you got to do. I got 2 boxes here. Got a red box and a blue box. It's like, is it getting surreal for you?
It's getting really surreal.
It's like I've heard this too many times now. Pick a box. What's it going to be? Blue box or the red box?
It's the red box.
Why do people always think it's the red box? You can have that. You can definitely have that.
What is it?
It's an Ewok.
Pog.
Oh, a Pog.
That came free with a bag of Doritos.
It's a C3PO too.
Oh, it's color because
It's an Ewok and a C3PO.
When you shift it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lenticular.
Like a hologram.
A lenticular, I believe. I only know that because of
that's
comics.
right.
Lenticular cover.
Lenticulars.
So what I'll do is, as I always do, is I'll give you the blue box and let you have what's in that too.
Wow, that's heavy.
Well, don't be fooled.
Oh, Pet Rock?
Yes, it's a pet rock. Yes, that's pre-show. If you weren't.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at that. I don't even know if you drink out of coffee mugs, but I know you wear T-shirts.
Do I drink out of coffee mugs?
By the way, nice shirt on you today.
That's an angel
yeah,
reference,
did
isn't
anybody
it?
catch that?
Yeah, Wolfram and Hart. Actually,
I had the choice of either doing the Wicked Theory T-shirt
oh, that's true. Right.
or something kind of geek cred.
Yeah.
That's great.
But that took me. Like I didn't double glance at the shirt you have on for hours.
The Goonies never say die.
Aw.
There you go, kid. There you go, kid. I'm not gonna lie.
awesome.
You know, it's Loot Crate stuff. But I
Look
go
at
through.
that.
I save the best stuff. You know,
I love
I put the
this.
good stuff aside. So that's a Batman
This
mug.
is Batman, yeah.
So you can't really see the Batman until or whatever it is that's on there until you put some hot liquid in there.
really?
Yeah, and then the color form.
Oh, I
changes.
can't wait to try this tomorrow morning.
So this is the actual box for the mug. So
Awesome.
during your travels, you can pack it in that little box.
Aw, thank you,
And
everybody.
well, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks for coming all this way.
That's great.
All I had to do was play some guitar.
That's it. And walk here from your house, which I think is like a little. I mean, it's like what, like an hour,
Yeah.
like an hour's walk,
Yeah.
maybe.
With a couple detours in Seattle and
couple.
almost San Francisco. And
Couple. So, yeah, give me this stuff. I'll get it out of your way for now. All right. Just don't forget it, like other guests have, because that happens. And how do you feel about the news theme? You think that maybe since you were so good at pulling off the opening theme? Hold on. Let me. Oh yeah, you're queued up. I'm sorry.
Ooh, news o'clock.
Ooh, it's news time with Henno.
Yep.
On the strings.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go a little out of order than it is
Bob
on the
is
doc.
fucked with his job. I'm just saying.
You could Skype in. We could Skype him in.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. You know what? Just record and then just send it. I'll just play it. I can get rid of this one. I keep that in the back pocket.
Yeah.
All right. So
Marvel.
yes.
They've moved the release date for Avengers Infinity War up 1 week.
That's
to April 27th. So instead of being the first movie of the summer, it's the last movie of the spring.
I'm sure that's why they did it. They just want to be remembered as the thing that killed the spring. No, this is actually a good sign. This is obviously them, like, pole positioning. I think getting a little extra steam out of Black Panther. I think what you're going to see is Black Panther kind of take front and center in the promotional stuff a little bit.
Definitely.
And they'll try to ride that wave a little bit. But it's good news. I mean, it brings it a week earlier.
Let me just jump forward.
But what's cool is that it puts it in line with a lot of the other worldwide releases. So there's less chance of the spoiler stuff getting out as fast.
Because I want to know why. Why would you do that?
That's what I don't get. Like Lord of the Rings, one of them did like a worldwide release, like everywhere the same day. I say this every now and then, but I guess it's a logistical nightmare, maybe.
Yeah.
But if you plan it far enough out, why would it really be? But that's what the way they should do it. I mean, it's a digital world. They don't even send film anywhere after a certain point in the process. It's just a file. You know what I mean? To certain theaters anyway.
Yeah, it's
you know what I mean? So it's like, just fucking do it all at the same time. I think that's the only way that you're eventually going to be able to get around all this kind of like people filming in theaters and there really being a market for
Although it's funny, I'm looking on thenumbers.com at the release schedule. And like May 4th, which is the original release date, is nothing. Like there was nothing. Like it was gonna have it by itself.
Sure.
And now that it's moved up a week, Rampage
is gonna be the big.
That's the week before. They thought they were gonna have 2 weeks on top of the box office.
Oh, okay, I got
you.
you.
Now Dwayne Johnson's got to be pissed.
Yeah, they're like, damn.
Yeah, like maybe I should be in the Shazam movie after all. Maybe
we should move that up.
Yeah. So now the only other wide release that week is something called Traffic, which okay, yeah, it's one of those Halle Berry. I'm just looking at a poster quick, and it looks like one of those Halle Berry Sears dramas, like the one where she was the 911 operator, and the other one where like her kid went missing. And after it.
It's basically the same person. Both movies. It's probably a sequel. Probably like unannounced sequel. Halle Berry's like that. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, I don't know how we ended up over there, but that happens here sometimes.
Yeah.
Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back.
Bring it back. Staying in Marvel.
Okay.
There was a very fun Twitter convo.
Yes.
That got initiated by fans.
Yes.
Just throw out, why can't we have this person in that movie?
Yeah.
Someone just said, well, could Mark Hamill be in a Guardians of the Galaxy movie?
That would be amazing. That would make my day.
And James Gunn evidently was like, he lives around the block from me.
I'm sure we could work that out.
We could chat. And like, there's a whole Twitter conversation of James Gunn and Mark Hamill talking on Twitter, being like, hey, if you're serious, I'd be glad to meet.
Like, let's DM
and James Gunn had to tell him how to DM.
Yeah, he's like,
you got to follow me.
We both got to be following each other, and he's like, oh, okay. And so maybe something will happen for Guardians 3. You get a little Mark Hamill cameo, or
or
maybe something substantial. Who knows? Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Also, remember how Quentin Tarantino is doing that big Charlie Manson movie?
No, I hadn't heard about that at all.
Yeah. So evidently, he's...
I don't know. Tell me more.
He's doing a movie that takes place in the late '60s.
You don't say.
Revolves around the Manson murders.
Okay. I like it already.
So he's already signed on Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt.
And Brad Pitt.
Yeah. People are wondering exactly what this movie is about, and
give us that little synopsis.
So this is from Hollywood Reporter.
Give me something sexy. Give me a sexy voice.
Story. describes it as a story.
I said sexy.
Tarantino.
I said sexy.
I don't know what you mean.
If you had given me one more angle on it, I would have let it go. Because you would have came out with something crazy.
Tarantino.
All right, I don't want that. Oh, God.
Tarantino describes it as a story that takes place in Los Angeles in 1969 at the height of hippie Hollywood. The two lead characters are Rick Dalton, that's DiCaprio, former star of a Western TV series, and his longtime stunt double, Cliff Booth, Brad Pitt.
Okay.
Because they look exactly alike from behind.
Sure. Right. That's all it takes.
Both are struggling to make it in a Hollywood story in Hollywood they don't recognize anymore.
Okay.
But Rick has a very famous next-door neighbor, Sharon Tate.
Oh. So I'm just wondering right now, do you think they're gay lovers in this movie? Like, why is he buddy with his stuntman? No, I don't know. I'm just transposing. I'm just transposing stuff. I'm just making stuff up. But
maybe they just they both can't afford a place of their own, but we live together. We can make things work.
It's like bosom buddies. I get it. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
No. It sounds great. I'm psyched for it.
How about you and Bob?
What about it? We're Sibs, though.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I mean, and we live up north. All right, so you can't make those jokes. They don't apply. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Ed, usually if you want to do sexy voice, you just gotta get really breathy.
I thought that's what I was doing.
Yeah, you kind of were. I mean, you went breathier.
Yeah.
All right, maybe you just wasn't.
Tarantino describes.
It sounds pompous.
Breathy.
You just sound like snooty. All right.
So yeah, and last big news story.
Last thing here.
Mention. Fox owns the rights to X-Men and Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
And in those Fantastic Four properties is included the Silver Surfer.
You don't say.
So
is he an alien from another planet?
He is, but it's too late. We did that already.
Yeah.
It's good try though. Good try.
I'm just like Ed. I got to finish.
This is true.
But you did.
This is true.
Technically, you did.
So evidently, somewhere in the list of their Fox's upcoming projects is a Silver Surfer movie that is currently being written by Brian K. Vaughn.
Like that.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think. Comics writing legend.
Oh, you're
Brian
gonna
K.
give
Vaughn.
us superlative.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in case you don't know who that is, Brian K. Vaughn. But Brian K. Vaughn's fucking.
Why the Last Man?
Why the Last Man? Saga right now.
Ex Machina.
Cool.
Ex Machina. Wrote on Lost for about a season and a half, 2 seasons. Came in after season 1. So don't give him shit, but I think he was involved with Under the Dome on CBS.
Yeah,
I think he might have been part of the production, the original brainstorming on that.
Paper Girls. Have you read Paper Girls?
Yes, I read Paper Girls.
That's a great book.
Do you read Paper Girls?
I've read like the first 2 trades.
Me and the girl from the comic shop were talking about it on the podcast last week. I don't know if you heard that.
Yeah.
But I feel like reiterating that that's a book that's got time travel.
Yes.
But there's so much time travel going on.
Oh, okay.
That it's like I can't follow it. So Paper Girls is a relatively new book. It's only been out for like 2 years, so it's like 26 issues. But the trade paperbacks are out. It's really good. The artwork is great.
Yeah.
And it's just about girls who deliver like the newspaper in a small town who get pulled into all this madness. Like, you know what I mean? Of like some time travel shit where it's like, oh fuck, it's stuff that's like already been going on, and it involves us and our future selves, and like this really far-flung future where anything that comes like towards us from that is like really weird and just kind of like just smartly well done. But it takes place in the 80s, so like there's a 14-year-old. There's a 14-year-old who smokes cigarettes and shit, like
Yeah, but when you break it all down, it's all about being friends. It's all about friendship.
Yeah. Even for that new girl.
Yeah,
they still call her new girl, I think. 26 issues in. Yeah, tell to the new girl. But
they're all no. You know how it works with a group of friends. It's always the new guy until the next new guy.
Oh yeah, well, that's true. That's true.
And it could be 6 years between that.
Yeah, that's right. He'll always be Gilligan. Right. So Brian K. Vaughn. The reason that's kind of worth mentioning is just because he's like a really brilliant writer and does a lot of great, like, broad kind of writing. Like, really has like some scale to these stories that he tends to write. Like he's good at that. So. I didn't know that he was into Silver Surfer, but hey, it looks like it's in good hands.
Yeah. Now, Bill, you've read more Fantastic Four than I have.
By happenstance, probably.
Yeah. Is there a great Silver Surfer story that doesn't bounce off the Fantastic Four?
Like this, yes, but I can't name them off the top of my head because I'm not that versed in them. But I'd say that. There's definitely a good story in there if you just kind of go with the origin stuff of him just being an alien, kind of getting pulled in to be the Herald of Galactus and convincing Galactus not to eat his planet, this kind of shit that goes on. Plus, I'm sure some other kind of story points too. I don't know verbatim. It's Jack Kirby shit from the 60s, But, I think Dan Abbott.
Oh, you mean Dan Slott?
No, not Dan Slott.
Oh, Dan Abnett and Lanning?
In Lanning. Yeah. They came in at a certain point with Marvel and did a lot of the cosmic shit for a while.
Oh, okay.
Annihilation and all these kinds of storylines where he may not have been front and center, but there might, be story points in that kind of run Because it seems to be the more popular, newer stuff that I would say Marvel might be prone to pull from. But Brian K Vaughn is such a out there kind of guy. Like I could see him being like, nah, I want to do this kind of reduced kind of version of his origin and throw it into this kind of a situation.
And remember,
who knows?
Remember, this is Fox Marvel. This isn't Disney Marvel.
Yeah, so they'll take anything.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, so there was a Silver Surfer without the Fantastic Four, right?
Yes.
Okay, because that was my memory because I had some old Silver Surfer comics that had there was no Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but he started in the Fantastic Four, and everyone kind of like
cross associates him with them, like as opposed to like the Avengers, or he would be tied to like the X-Men. You know, these little mini camps in the Marvel stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. So he ends up factoring into Fantastic Four's cosmic kind of stuff, like certain aliens.
Their universe.
Yeah, like certain alien races are tied to like the Fantastic Four, where I think the Kree, the shape-shifting aliens, are a thing Marvel MCU hasn't really used yet.
Oh, you mean the Skrulls?
The Skrulls. What did I say?
You said the Kree.
I did. I meant the Skrulls. But I mean, I think that they're poising up for that now. But I think that's because that's one of those ones that falls in that gray area where they can both use it. It's like Quicksilver.
So the Skrulls are going to be in the Captain Marvel movie,
right?
And Marvel can use the Skrulls, but they can't use any of the major characters in the Skrulls. Right. Those are Fantastic Four.
I got you. So any kind of like pre-established like the Super Skrull and a couple of these other characters you couldn't go to.
Yeah.
You want to know what the Super Skrull is?
What's the Super Skrull?
Super Skrull. It's so stupid. It's so corny. So it's because the Skrulls are shape changers, right? But the Super Skrull is just like really beefed up, like Hulk looking one. That's like he's got all 4 of the Fantastic Four's powers, but like they seem to be on all the time. Like every image of him, he's got the Thing's foot and like a torched hand and like a stretched other hand and like an invisible leg. Like one limb is always like they must show it. And like if he's on a cover of something, he has to be doing 3 of the 4 things
at once.
Yeah, you know, it's like, is he like that all the time? Does it turn off? This poor guy.
So it's like that horrible Wolverine movie, Deadpool.
Yeah, right. It's like that version, right? Where he's just always on. But anyway. Yeah, a Silver Surfer movie from that sounds like a great start, great place to start.
Be awesome.
We're done. All right? I think we're done with the news. Is that all right with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, okay. No big deal.
Yeah, just to show you that's the Super Skrull.
I see it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was reading the chat room. So if they can make a good one, I think they should, but it better be.
Oh, they're talking about the Fantastic Four movie.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I mean, you know, shit, Fantastic Four movie. We can only hope and dream.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, I'm sorry, Bill.
Yeah, let's make it younger and edgy.
But somehow neither. We got to read Richards. I can't tell if he's 12 or 35, but okay.
I don't know. I mean, let's make Johnny Storm black.
Yeah.
And Sue Storm's still white.
Yeah.
Like, you can't, to me,
it's all right, but
get off the pot, man.
But I think they worked that out because, by having the doctor be black, it's adoption stuff, you know what I mean? It's all in there. It's fine. It's fine. Don't get me wrong. It goes against what you know, but the setup on it doesn't feel completely forced. In the movie itself. Like, if you showed me that movie, and I didn't know Fantastic Four, it doesn't feel forced in and of itself. Yeah. It only feels forced if you know the original context. And I feel like if you're giving a movie a chance and a clean slate, that's the way you're supposed to kind of come at that.
See, but
in the end, if it feels like it doesn't mean or add up to anything, then that's the issue. Like, if there's no kind of value to it in any particular way or special way, if they don't feel like they have a real bond, if they don't seem like they grew up together, then it's a waste. Then it is a waste, which I think that's why it's a waste.
That's the thing. You could have had a really great all-black cast with the Fantastic Four.
Oh, yeah,
and
absolutely.
it would have been fine. To me, it was a half measure.
It would have been fine. It would have been good. Fans would have fucking not been fine.
Are you kidding me? Because Michael B. Jordan was I think, perfectly cast, and we could see how he did as Killmonger.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong.
I think he was great. But if you throw Carrie Washington as Sue Storm, get like Denzel as Reed Richards and Terry Crews as Ben Grimm.
Listen,
I think
obviously
that's-
you dreamcast anything with the cream of the crop, and it's going to be amazos.
I think
You know what I mean? And I think even if it wasn't the cream of the crop, even if you had second tier or third tier black actors, and you made it a full on black cast, it could still got potential to be great as anything else. I'm just saying, fucking half the nerddom would fucking look how they
explode.
acted. Look how they acted when it was just Johnny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I know what you're thinking. Well, if you just went like full black cast, then maybe it would have been likely to be more kind of taken for what it is.
Yeah.
As a simple just reboot.
Well, what I'm just saying is, like, the main problem is that Fantastic Four are meant to feel like a family.
No, and you're right.
And when you have them all in their early 20s,
Right.
you can't really develop that dynamic properly. And then, like, it's a case of, like, what are we doing here?
I think you could have, but obviously they showed us something so bad that it feels like we couldn't.
Yeah.
Like, because I think you could do that, make that work. You know what I mean? But they didn't. Like, they made some poor decisions as far as, like, making that believable.
Yeah.
That dynamic. And that movie didn't really make any room for that. Like, it was like, oh.
Well, there's no chemistry between any of them.
They all
Like,
feel like they're fucking depressed. Like Henno. Like, he's like, I want to go home. I thought this show was going to be fun. Nope.
We ready for the chat game?
Yes. I think we've all been ready for the chat game for
All
about
right.
10 minutes.
So the hashtag was making a Batman movie.
Making a Batman movie. Ooh, we got some answers in
We got
this
a
one.
lot of answers. Ready for the
boy.
rundown?
Yeah, I'm ready for the rundown.
Oh, Alfred, where art thou?
10 things I hate about Batman.
Planes, trains, and Batmobiles.
Nice. My Blue Batcave.
Zack and Batman make a porno.
That's gross. Gleaming the Batmobile.
The Batman of Greenwich Village.
Batman, I like that. Tinker Tailor Soldier Batman.
Batman Driver.
Batman Under Siege. Under Siege Batman, rather.
Gotham Girl.
Oh, that's good.
Ah.
One Flew Over Batman's Nest.
Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Bats.
The Batman's Family.
The Mailman Always Batman's Twice.
See? I
Yeah.
because they did a wordplay
Yeah.
thing there. Broken Batarang.
Stuck on Batman.
Batman Down.
Batman with Benefits.
Batman and Robin Strike Back.
The Dark Knight Backward. No!
A Fistful of Pow Bam Zing.
Batman's Ball.
I'll give that to the Pow Bam Zing, even though I don't want to. Batman's Ball. A Few Batman More.
The Spy Who Loved Batman.
Saving Private West.
Batman Infinity War.
Should have been Saving Private Wayne, but go on. What was that? Batman Infinity War. Nice, nice. 3 Billboards Over Wayne Manor.
Mad Hatter Beyond Thunderdome.
Nice, nice. The 1517 to Gotham.
Should have been the taking of Gotham 1, 2, 3.
I'm giving you a bell, baby. All right, what do we got? Batman Dundee.
Chub, cannibalistic humanoid underground Batman.
That's digging deep. I like it. Back to the Batcave.
That was actually a TV special in the early aughts with Adam West and Burt Ward.
You're right. I remember.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah, yeah. And,
It was
yeah.
lackluster.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next one here is Batbusters.
March of the Penguin.
Nice. Ghost in the Batmobile.
I'm gonna get you, Batman.
Oh man. My Cousin Ward or My Cousin Dick.
Aw.
Oh, nice. We'll give it a little bell for everybody. Thanks for playing. Woo. All right. What do we do now? We're kind of burning right through this episode. I guess we do the meanwhile. I mean, that's what we do.
Yeah. That's usually.
All right. I mean, I was supposed to ask Henno if he had something, but I think he does.
A meanwhile riff?
No.
I mean, a topic for the meanwhile. The meanwhile,
I'll bring something.
yeah. We'll get to you. We'll see what you got.
Yeah, you got to turn the sound up.
Yeah. Shut up, Dick. I was trying to pretend I didn't do that yet because no one could hear it. You saw me do it, but no one could hear it. Meanwhile,
Stereo.
yeah. So I watched Final Space this week. So this is a really funny cartoon coming to you from TBS, and Conan O'Brien's production team had found it on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
I found it about 8 months ago. I stumbled onto this guy's account. So his name is Olin Rogers, and he's kind of like a comedy guy and done some like sketch comedy stuff, and he has some kind of cool, funny stories he tells on YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
But he had done a really short, really rough pitch, like a 2 or 3 minute thing for the first version of this thing called Gary Space, which is about like this guy who fucking he's basically astronaut, futuristic kind of stuff goes on, and he's kind of like gets like he's. At least in this newer version, anyway, he's screwed. It starts off where he's screwed, like he's in the worst possible situation. Like the ship's blown up,
everyone's dead.
He's floating in space, all that stuff. But so the story goes that so he makes this basic pitch thing. It's really rough. He leaves it alone for like 6 years. He doesn't go back to this thing, and then he kind of over time works on it, fleshes this whole thing out, gets a small company that gives out. Gives you money basically to make your proof of concept videos for television pitches for this kind of thing, and maybe specifically for animations. I don't know, but I think it's a thing with like they invest, like they get their money back at some point somehow, if like you think it's made. I think, but so eventually Conan O'Brien's people saw it, somebody saw it online, and it finally got picked up, and that's like where I had watched what was his one video kind of went viral, which was him telling the story, and then for whatever reason down the line. This one video he's got where he's like I can my thing got picked up and I can't like talk about it. It's this really emotional vlog he did. Yeah. And where it's like the fucking dream, man, the fucking dream. So I kind of got like attached to him because of that. And I had watched this newer version of it already, like that they had seen, and it was like really good. And the crazy thing about it is like it's like a kind of messed up thing that's like drawn like really cute style and stuff, Yeah. So, but the show is fleshing it out. So if you see the 6-minute short that got him picked up. The show is kind of like running within that, like all the flashbacks like the series now. Okay. So if you see this episode start up, every episode starts up with like you've got 8 minutes, Gary, before the ship explodes. And so there's a quick interlude before the credit comes up. And then the next week it's like you've got 6 minutes, Gary. Like every week another minute goes by and he's like flashing back to how he got there. Where like everybody is dead. But it's one of these things where because it's got a linear beginning, it looks like Family Guy. It's got like a comedy, like, in that wheelhouse of like a modern kind of like cartoon that's supposed to be punchy, funny. And it is, but there's stakes in a way. Yeah. Like, spoiler, like he loses an arm at one point. And he stays with the arm lost. Like, you know what I mean? Like things like, they'll be like, it's not like other cartoons where everything resets next week. There's actually like a linear, there's a linear line to it.
Or like Looney Tunes where it resets in the next scene.
Right. Literally, we just kind of fade into the next thing and your duck bill is back on your head again. Right. Exactly. And I'm in love with the super cute, adorable character that's just basically a floating orb named Mooncake. Chookity, and it makes cute noises like that. Ooh. And that's basically all it talks in, so it's like, we're fucked. Ooh. Like, it's just stuff, so it's really good, it's really well written, and I really recommend it. First 3 episodes are out. Like it premiered last week, but on TBS's website, you can watch all 3, and on YouTube, you can find the original 6-minute pilot.
Yeah, and it's brilliant.
Yeah,
it's really good.
And the 6-minute pilot, they may not do it exactly as that. That might end up standing alone in the end. But I think because I went back and rewatched it after watching the new ones, and so I see some differences in the animation and some of this character design stuff. So they might be using that as the hard template, but just not specifically that animation run. But the look is all there and shit like that. Cool. And I think it's definitely going to be a show to keep your eye on.
I think so.
It's really good stuff. And the other thing I'll get into is this thing on Netflix called The Push, which I don't know if you've seen the trailer for this.
No, is it like The Slap?
Well, that's scripted.
Someone pushed a kid, and then everyone flipped out about it. And this.
No, you wish. So only because like that's like some scripted shit. And so this is who Darren Brown is. Darren Brown is this guy from Britain who's like. Not a magician, but he does these kinds of specials every now and then where it's like mentalism or it's psychological manipulation things that he'll do. These kinds of like, it's like, you could say it's like not David Blaine, but because it's not like cards magic kind of stuff. Yeah. But he's doing like these specials where it's like, to wonder and amaze you, but grounded in some reality and science stuff. He might, if I'm correct, he might be one of the guys behind Black Mirror. In that, like, that was like part of his conceptual thing, and other people helped him bring it to life. But so this is a fully real shot on a hidden cameras, candid camera setup where through small maneuvers over the course of an evening, they're going to manipulate a person, really and truly, to push somebody off the roof of a building.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, with like hidden cameras throughout this entire building. They've kind of manipulated this person into thinking that they're at a gala function. And as soon as they get there, everything starts to kind of fucking unfold and unravel. It's kind of following a storyline. The place is filled with actors and people who are bringing this to life.
Didn't Michael Douglas do a movie with this?
Basically, it's like The Game. Basically, you know what? That's a good call because that didn't come to me at all. And it very much is like The Game, but you are the main guy and you don't fucking know. And they went to some levels with this. Because what they do is as you watch it, it's like, you know, you're asking yourself a lot of questions like, okay, is this real? Is this guy, how would you convince, this guy couldn't have been, and it's like, no. 3 weeks ago, like, you know, well, first of all, 6 months ago, we got his name because he wanted to be, he answered a casting call for a Darren Brown show out there in England. And we went through some process with him, but we kind of, you know, we let him go. Doesn't know that we've now set this up where 2 weeks ago, we came by and posed as a client for the company he works with. We got his boss to fucking come in on it and to kind of like know that, okay, this is not a real client meeting, but we want to use you guys. We want to set up this, so it's all about this charity, right? It's all about this charity fucking and helping kids and spreading happiness and all this kinds of stuff. And so it's all this pre-work that they did so that this guy would come in this night and think that this night was absolutely a real deal evening. Therefore, anything within that, no matter how ridiculous, has to be a real moment too.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, but they start small. So when he gets there, basically he ends up being paired up with this one guy for most of the night. And it's this other guy who's kind of running the show. And it starts with small things. Smallest thing in the world, basically, it's just like, but it's all about getting him to sign, to co-opt this main person with these small, like things he shouldn't do. Like, you know, going against his own better judgment, getting him to just say yes kind of thing. So it starts small with hors d'oeuvres. So like, you know, these aren't vegetarian, but we're going to fucking mark them all vegetarian anyway. You know what I mean? Getting him to kind of come in on that, something small, you know? But these things, they escalate as it goes. And we keep bringing him and giving him this other thing now to go along with. Just help me with this, help me with that, help me with that. And they escalate until somebody has a fucking heart attack. You know what I mean? And it's fucking, now it's like, shit, what do I do? What do we do? Oh, fuck, these people are coming in any second here. This night's about to start. Like, they literally bring people up the stairs. Help me move them into the other room. Help me move them into the other room. Help me move them into the other room. So he helps them move them into the other room.
Wow.
And once, like, that threshold is broken, it's like, now you're in it. Like, now it's like you're in it. So, not to give away how far it goes and whether or not this guy actually does the push, but it is very much worth watching. I was surprised by the stuff that happened at the end. I was kind of sitting there thinking, like, a lot. I was sitting there thinking, like, at what point would my bells just be like, this is a fucking fake. This is a TV show. Like, would I really be brought in by this? Like, how could he not see it? Like, you know what I mean? How could he not know? How could he not see that coming? Like, there's a couple of points in their story that they've constructed that felt very much like, oh, I know what's going to happen next. And it did. Like, that's kind of like where their story was going. So it wasn't like the most elaborate, like, overall story. It was interesting the way that they did and set everything up. But basically, by the end of it, they've got him up on the roof, and it's like, all right, this is what we got to do. This is just, okay, we all agree, right? Yeah. Okay, but who's going to do it? And it's like, you got it. Yeah, you should. All the rich people are like, you should do it. You should do it. You should do it. We're here. We'll cover for you. We all know about it now. So I really recommend it. It's only an hour and a half. It's like a movie length type thing. And it looks like it's a one and done from Netflix. It's a one-off special. It's not a series.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's all I'll say. I don't want to spoil anything because there's some extra stuff at the very end. But I don't want to spoil anything. Cool. But it's worth it. It's really worth it. I wasn't kind of like taken by it because I'd seen the preview online and I was like, yeah, all right, I get it. I see what's going on. But I was very much like, oh, this poor guy, because he's kind of he's a mark. Yeah. You know, they pick. You can see you'll see why they pick him. Yeah. And the process that they go to select a person who would be susceptible,
just right for that.
Susceptible enough. But it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. Ooh. Ed, I'm going to pass it off to you because you have A big announcement.
Yes.
It's huge.
Yeah. So for the second year in a row,
yeah.
I can announce that just this morning, a day before
Nope,
the
that's wrong.
ceremony,
That's the wrong music. Yeah, go ahead.
I completed the Oscar challenge, and there were 59 movies nominated for Oscars this year, and I've seen every one of them.
I can't figure out which one is yours. Oh, that one was yours. I'm sorry.
From the big major movies, all the Best Picture nominees, down through visual effects and makeup and hairstyling, all the animated movies, the documentaries, the foreign language films, and the shorts. Seen every one of them.
Gosh, golly, that's a lot.
So any questions? Anything you want to throw at me?
Well, how many?
I always come in for the
How many had you watched as of the first of this year?
Hold on, my spreadsheet is open.
Actually,
Let me
may
just
be able to tell you that because I was keeping track of them.
I might be able to recontabulate this. From the chat room, Grant Markham says, Henno!
Hey, Grant.
Let's get to it.
I mean, at the time, yeah.
Recontabulate faster.
16.
I'd probably
matter.
say at the time of the awards, of the nominations announcements, I'd probably seen about half of them.
Okay.
So now, of all this...
So then you had a big, okay, I got to make this up now.
Yeah.
Because you pretty much had 2 months.
Yes.
That's a lot of movies.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of movies.
But now, you're not... A lot of these, you caught up a lot online, though, with some of these.
Yeah, some of the shorts were online.
Okay.
Although they are available in theaters if you're lucky to catch different screenings. I know the IFC Center in the city.
Wow.
There were a couple of weeks in Manhattan where I was at art house theaters watching foreign films.
Right.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to go to an art house and watch a foreign film?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Loveless, The Insult. A Fantastic Woman. Actually, I saw that one in Cranford, New Jersey. Although I would say last year, some of the art house theaters I was going to, 2 of them have closed since.
Wow.
The Landmark Sunshine and the Lincoln Plaza, which, whatever. But there's this quad cinema I discovered.
What was that?
On
4 screens?
13th Street. Yes.
Oh, well, quad.
I
know my math.
It's the original multi-screen theater. Actually, really nice. Like not a shithole, like a lot of art house places.
Was it built recently? Is that probably one?
Well, I think they spruced up the place.
Yeah, like a recent remodel?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Let's scrape up the rug. Yeah.
Yeah, but really nice and good customer service because when my movie pass conked out, they helped me out a little bit.
I didn't watch it, but Screen Junkies had a one-on-one with the guy from MoviePass, where supposedly they asked him some not tough questions, but fair questions. Bob says he's fallen asleep, just so you know.
Okay.
Bob wants you to know that he's bored.
Thank you.
He's bored.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we could just go back to work, Bob. Shouldn't you be working right now?
Well, fine. You want. Everyone's going to tell you about Shape of Water,
right?
And Get Out, and all those other things.
But what we really should know about is what
you want to see a movie.
Yeah.
You want to go see a Hungarian film.
Sure.
Called On Body and Soul.
Oofta.
Which is about 2 people who work in a slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
Who discover,
of course they do,
that they're sharing the same dream.
Ooh.
That they're each deer in the forest, who are encountering each other every night, and it's just really weird, and it goes in very strange places.
This is where I put on the weird music.
Is there a hunter?
No. It just each of them have the dream individually, and then they tell the slaughterhouse shrink, because they do psych evals in this place every once in a while.
Well, good. Yeah.
You're dealing with sharp knives and meat, so they got to make sure. They each tell the shrink that they're having the same dream, and the shrink thinks that they're playing a joke on her.
Is there any blood?
takes place at a slaughterhouse.
Right,
Well, that's what I'm hoping. Is there actual blood?
But does
Yes.
it turn into a horror movie type thing?
Yeah.
No.
No?
Oh,
Okay.
no. This is European.
Oh,
okay.
I forgot.
Oh,
this is
They don't
European.
do horror. Right,
Yeah.
right, right.
Actually, well, there is blood. I will say, all European films, I don't know how this happens,
Right.
but somehow it always does,
Yeah.
either ends with the main character committing suicide or having sex.
Right. Right. That's
What
good, though.
about poop?
They either commit suicide or they have sex.
Sometimes it can involve poop.
I know. That's what I'm wondering
Just
about.
saying.
Deer poop,
Just-
little
yes.
nuggets,
Yes.
little M&Ms.
Yes,
That's
and since knowing that, I can spoil the ending for this.
Oh, yeah.
And that the main
Please do.
character attempts suicide.
Right.
And decides that she'd rather have sex.
I see. There's something to be learned. Foreign films.
You know?
There is a method to the madness.
They combined it.
I think Bob's right. It needs
It's a little
chainsaws.
twist.
It needs chainsaws.
It's a little twist.
Make it sex with chainsaws at the end.
Yep.
At least that's worth waiting for.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Probably some milk toasty French sex too. It's like maybe I'll put it inside. I don't know. Maybe I'll have a baguette first. I don't know. All right. Well, very good. Very good. Well, I'm glad that you managed to defeat this challenge.
Yes.
If that's the proper phrasing.
Yes.
I don't know. Is that what you do to a challenge? You
Well, I-
overcome.
Yeah.
You overcome this challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Much like
that
a
works.
learning impairment. or
Rise.
something.
Yes.
You rise.
Rise.
You rose.
Yes.
He done rosed.
You rose it to the challenge.
Yep.
And you did challenge it
You did.
very well.
Yes.
You challenged very well to that challenge. Vamping, just in case you're wondering what this is.
What is
All
the-
right.
what they call that?
Yeah. Technically, this. I know you can't see me at home, folks, but this was a stall.
Yeah.
This was
Yeah.
a little bit of a stall.
Yeah. If I find the time.
Yeah.
Which I hope I will tomorrow. I'll throw up my shoulds and my will picks
Oh, okay.
for what should win and what will win. At least in my eyes. Gotta. I listen to a lot of podcasts with people in entertainment and Hollywood.
Yeah.
And everyone's thinking like Three Billboards or Shape of Water. And I just, every time I hear someone talk about the movie Get Out,
Yeah.
they are just so high on it. I don't know. For some reason, I feel like that has a dark horse chance of like
We have an
sneaking in
upset?
there.
Of which
being a-
one?
Are you officially predicting an upset?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Edward O. Ebert on record.
Yeah. Now, I'm not saying I think Shape of Water should win, but I've got a weird suspicion that Get Out will shock the world because it's a wide open race right now. There are like 5 or 6 different movies out of those 9 that could take it, and usually it's like down to 2, pretty much 1.
Ooh, look, it's Ed O. Ebert. Is it time for the DC report?
I guess not.
No,
It's not time. For
no, it's not.
Oh,
No, it's not.
Sorry.
I have a question for Bill.
Yeah, that's me.
When it comes to the Oscars,
Yeah.
this year,
This year.
do you give a fuck?
Well, it's not that I don't give a fuck. I'm always interested to see, like, how it all comes out at the end. But that's the thing. Like, the nominations are interesting, but that's passing interest for me, generally. And then, like, I like to see who won. Like, I mean, it's not like I totally turn a blind eye. I used to watch the Oscars, you know what I mean? But it kind of started to feel just like, no, the hype was more than my interest. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it didn't matter to me because, like, I could already, much like Ed's saying, like, in my own head, I'm like, well, here's how I think that's going to go, and here's how I think I'd want it to go, kind of a thing. So very much there, but almost kind of like it's not that, like, I couldn't care. I'm just kind of like past the hypishness of it. It's like,
Yeah.
maybe the day after there'll be a conversation again. Like, that's how I kind of look at it. Like,
Gotcha.
but, it's a really big deal around Tinseltown, I tell
yeah.
you. I'll tell you that. It's a really big deal. You know what else is a big deal around here?
What's that?
I'll tell you what. Emails.
Ah,
The wave of the future.
okay.
I'm not sure if you're aware of these. These come to us electronically.
All right.
Therefore, electronic mail.
Thank you, Mr. 40's announcer.
You're welcome, sir. Please continue. Oh, no, wait. I should.
Yes.
I'm confused.
You have the emails in front of you. so
Indeed.
it would make sense for you to read them.
Yes. Capital idea. Now I'm English.
Yes.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
I don't know. Scoobly dudes. All right. First one's from Stephanie Muniz.
Sammy!
I think you know her.
I do.
You do.
Do you remember her theme that Bob never plays anymore?
No.
It was Batman.
It was just
Was it really?
Batman 66.
Little Batman 66.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a little Batman 66. Little
No.
But yeah. Oh, Wolf. She hits me right away with the German. Hey, yous guys, guten Abend. I'm going to assume that I did that right.
Greetings.
And then my mouth fell apart on the English. Greetings from Germany. I may be on vacation, but I couldn't miss out on sending in an email when my co-host Henno is a guest on the show. I look forward to listening to the episode soon. I guess not live. I mean,
Yeah.
Germany has the internet. Whatever.
She might be sleeping.
That's true. I mean, well, she goes, I don't have a question. I just want to wish you all a good time. Have fun, and don't get into too much trouble. Take care, fellas. Your pal and Henno's co-host, Steph.
Aw.
Fair enough. Thank you, Steph. We appreciate that. That was nice of you.
The baby doll.
She's good. She's good people. So, next one here is from Ben. I think Ben's in the chat room right now. Benjamin. Young Benjamin. Says, hey, crew. I wanted to know your thoughts and anticipation on Ready Player One. Have you guys read the novel yet? Will you do a film review? Love the show, Benny Livewire. I've read the book. I don't think Henno's read it.
No, I read it.
Oh, you did?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Thank God somebody else in the room has read it. Ed hasn't.
No,
I believe I tweeted out at you that you should read it.
All right, well, look, that was a week ago.
No.
You know what I mean? Whatever. But no. Yeah. I did.
And you did.
And I did.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was because you said so.
No, I'm not going to claim that, but
But maybe.
but your reaction was
Telling.
predicted.
Predicted. Oh, you did mention? Oh, yeah, okay. But no, really good book, man.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of it. Definitely one of those things where, like, I knew what it was. I was going into it, and I kind of was like, let's see how this goes.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I didn't think it was going to pull me in. Or I
Yeah.
almost didn't want it to pull me in a little bit, and then it does.
You wanted to be a rebel.
Yeah.
Really wanted to be an outsider.
Well, not really want it to be, but just kind of like,
Well, you kind of hoped you might be a little different.
I was like,
Maybe I'm special.
I don't get how hitting me over the head with that much pop
Yeah,
culture
could possibly-
references
yeah.
possibly be as entertaining
Be
as
so
it kind of
just-
did.
it'd just be
you know?
passé old.
But it's just written very well. It's very fluid. The writing is very fluid. It's a very fast read. I don't know if you felt that too, but to me,
yeah.
it felt like a very fast read. So I can understand why, coming out of the back end of it, why it's as popular as it is, and
Yeah.
besides the material itself, the way it's written. But yeah, totally psyched for the movie. Do you know?
The story's going to be different.
Yeah, I saw some stuff.
And now the only good news is that the author is involved with the screenplay. So, you're going to have to give that faith
Yeah,
that he's
you're
going to
have
do right by us.
You're gonna have to at the very least say, well, the stuff I don't like, he picked it.
Because there's stuff in those trailers that I'm like, I don't remember that in the book.
Right. Well, that's the thing with that book, that if you know much of anything, it's like, there's no way you could get all this stuff.
Oh,
in
yeah.
one
Some of
movie.
the stuff we were like, how are you going to even do that in the movie?
And even if you did it in a movie, it's like, well, that's obscure. Like,
Yeah.
we're gonna spend a lot of time on that.
Yeah.
You know, a movie's tough to, the book backlogs a lot of info too, where it's like, it's a lot of, because it's first person verbiage. It's a lot of, let me tell you about this real quick, and we'll move on. So da 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 da. And that's how that works. Now, here's what we did with that, and so it's very convenient kind of reading. Yeah. So to do that in a movie with every little thing, it's going to be a lot of, if you don't know what it is, you just aren't going to know what that thing is that's flying by. You're not going to know that motorcycle is supposed to be the motorcycle from Akira.
Yeah. Well.
And even I didn't recognize it because they kind of sleeked it up a little bit. It's not as chunky or as blocky looking, maybe a little bit as the bike in the anime looks. But, he's driving a DeLorean. Yeah. It just doesn't have the Ghostbusters logo on it this time. You know what I mean? Because they couldn't get that.
Yeah. But it's the story is, I mean, I've heard other people say it, and it is to me. I think the story is beloved.
Yeah.
The story is so good.
Yeah.
However, I think the visuals are going to be so strong, and there's going to be so many Easter eggs, and there's going to be so much that it's going to be a watch and a rewatch and a watch again, and get the DVD and the. I think.
Yeah. Half the videos out there now about the trailers
Blu-ray.
are just about, like, let's just list off the 75 things that are in the trailer, Easter eggs. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, and that's just what the movie is. It's just an Easter eggs brought to life.
This almost makes me wonder what it would have been like if the internet had been around when Who Framed Roger Rabbit came out. Because for all those
it's true.
IPs, you know, that's the only property I could think of that has that much
Kind of all in one place.
IP in one place.
Yeah.
You know, because it's the only place where the lawyers somehow figured out a way to get Bugs Bunny and Mickey Mouse on the same screen.
Yeah, Betty Boop and all these crazy ones, especially at the very, very end where they all come out. But yeah, super psyched for it.
Yeah.
And, you know, at the very least, it's got Spielberg behind it.
Yep.
Which means that it's probably got a really good chance of being good.
Yep.
Which is like, if somebody else, you know, you'd be a little nervous. Spielberg, I'm not so nervous right now.
Well, he's always serviceable.
He's always serviceable.
Always serviceable. His technique and everything else. You know, you get
even AI. Say what you want about AI.
Yeah.
Still a fucking amazing looking movie. Still fucking hits a lot of marks. You know, say what you want about it. But hey, Spielberg, you know what I'm saying? That kid's going places. Bauer Fett has started following us on Mixler. Thank you, Bauer Fett.
Aw. He's throwing some tweets out of the DC TV report, too.
I know.
He's
I know. He's a big DC TV report fan these days.
Yeah.
I know. I see it. I don't know if you know this, but I'm involved with that show a little bit.
I'm aware.
Okay.
You're the executive producer.
I started signing my tweets this week. A little bit during the show because I was like, I think Ed's watching this too, and I don't want my caustic questioning of everything in the universe type tweets to get confused with Ed's like, hey, I like this right now. Fuck this fucking musical episode or whatever it might be. Like, you know.
I will say once I notice you tweet, and sometimes it will come like within 2 minutes of each other.
Right. Yeah.
I usually hang back. I'll hang back for a while.
Nah, lean
Bill's
into
on.
it.
Bill's on.
Nah, lean into it. I think we should both between signing off our names and then like anybody who actually follows the account and is like a fan of the show will just kind of maybe get a kick out of watching us kind of like have these two totally different kind of angles on what's going on right now. Although I will admit, like I try not to be as caustic when I'm on, like as if I would on my own, because it's like I don't want to just, you know, not that I'm like rude and you know, cursing a lot or anything. Just that like I really kind of give shows a hard time sometimes. Yeah. And I'm like, all right, it's Flash. I'll just I know what it is, what it is, and I'll just be nice.
You know,
what I mean?
It's not like Preacher versus Preacher. We actually really like the shows that we talk about.
Oh. But it is a lot like that because it doesn't pay much attention to the source material either. It's like I'll take these characters and then do whatever the fuck I want with them. Much like Preacher versus Preacher. It's as well adapted as any other comic book. Crappily. Pretty much. All right. So with that, Benjamin.
I mean, with the Flash, you had the Fiddler this week.
Yeah.
You really want that character
ever
authentic, like
no, I don't want that. No. I just don't want that character. That would have been my thing. That's what I would. If I was in a writer's room, I'd be like, wait. Can we see the list again? Can we see the list again of characters we haven't gotten to?
We're on season 4, Bill.
Yeah, it doesn't mean we. And I get that's why
we're deep in season 4.
And I get that's why we're here. That we have the country singer who can sonically fiddle.
Yeah.
You know, or whatever.
But it was fun, and she had great
rapport with the
Was he a
fast fiddler?
Yes.
Yes.
And the fiddle was mostly just to focus her powers.
Yeah.
It really, she could probably do it without the powers. I would say in the comics, she would probably be put the fiddle aside at some point down the line. We'd make her a serious person, slap her around, give her a costume, put her on a team, have her die in 25 issues. But after we build her up first and make people love her.
And have a musical.
Remember,
and have her tombstone shaped like a fiddle.
Exactly.
In the comics, the Fiddler was a guy, and he was a villain who used to be hypnotic. We have a shade of that. Yeah. She got possessed by the villain of the season, who was male, but now is body jumping. So technically, and she played the fiddle at the end. Yeah. It was just a man trapped in a woman's body playing a fiddle. And that's what this is all about.
Steph, if you're listening, we're missing nothing. Nothing.
No, if anything, your show is just as crazy. If not more so, and at least like it wears it on its fucking sleeve like no other show on television.
Hey man, you guys have got to explain to me how the hell Poison Ivy is a redhead. And it's one thing because she doesn't really have red hair anymore, but everyone in the episode kept calling her a redhead. And I'm trying to figure out what is it going on, like, because she's like layered and like.
So I get it. So the bit is, I need to know about her hair. Like, what is going on with her hair?
Yeah.
Everything else is fine with that character, but the hair.
That's the issue.
Not that she keeps aging.
Third version.
And she's like 8 years old inside the body of like a 45-year-old now.
Yes.
Yeah. And now everything she touches turns to Swamp Thing.
Wow.
They just don't understand she's a strawberry blonde. I just don't understand.
At this point, when Bruce finally becomes Batman on that show, she's going to be in a wheelchair. She's going to be like, I used to be beautiful a long time ago. Bruce is going to be like, it was a month. It was a month, Granny. All right. So we want to thank Bauer, our boy Bauer there, for following us on the Mixler account. Anybody else, if you're ever listening to us live, click the follow button. Yeah. Find the follow button. Whether you're listening to us on the Mixler app or on the Mixler website in your browser. Yeah. Find the follow button. Click that follow button. That'll give you reminders whenever we're live.
Yeah. It's on the left, right under our logo.
There you go. Well, I don't know what the layout might be on the app. Yeah. Like, where that's located. I'm sure it's convenient. I'm sure it's very convenient. By the way, did anybody notice the new graphic I put in this week?
Look at that.
In honor of our guests.
Aw.
Never did that before. Look, this show's getting professional. Wow. Ooh, look at that. Yeah. Bill had some time at work today. That's all that means. All right, so next one here is from our friend Wesley. Yeah, now that I cut off the last note.
That's that invisible note you were talking about, isn't it?
Yeah. That was pre-show. That was off mic. That was between me and you. But yes.
I'm sorry, I just went behind the curtain.
Fair enough.
Or behind the bushes.
Fair enough. Well, that's gross. Well, that's probably the best place to go if you're going to go. Yeah. I would do it anywhere. Good old Wesley asks us, hey, you gentlemen, what, if anything, comma's helpful, just saying, what, comma, if anything, comma, but they're not really there. I'm just kind of, would you like to be a virgin in again? What, if anything, would you like to be a virgin in again? Quote unquote.
A virgin. I thought you said version.
I might have actually said
VERSION.
I might have put extra letters in there. I don't know. I might have mushed it. But he means to re-experience. What would you like to be able to re-experience again?
For the first time?
It feels like the first time.
I would say my favorite movie, The Usual Suspects. Because that reveal creeps up on you.
Yeah. If you don't see that coming, man, that thing at the end. I say it all the time. That's the only movie that I stopped and instantly rewatched. It's the only time I've ever really done that. That I was like, I know that I'm at somebody else's house and they're all asleep right now, and since I can't wake any of these motherfuckers up because they all fucking just too drunk and stoned, like I'm just gonna set up for another 2 hours or whatever and just watch this again.
You know what movie I actually did that with in theaters? Was I stayed and watched it again? Was The Prestige. The Christopher Nolan movie, the Good Magicians movie from that year.
Right. That's the secret of that one. It's a magic trick. Or is it? Or is it not? Oh, Christopher Nolan. But yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I can see it happening with that one. Where it's another one of those ones that's like, wow, that really contextualizes shit. Let me go take another look at that and how they pulled that off.
Yeah. Especially Christian Bale's character. You're watching him like a hawk trying to figure out. And you realize he didn't know whether or not he tied the double Langford.
Right.
You know, which knot he tied.
For movies, I'd say Memento. I want the same reason. Yeah. Because, if you've seen Memento, spoilers, this is like kind of like real kind of thing in the movie. But like the moment when the movie catches up with itself. Yeah. When it fades to color, like a minute before that, I knew that's what was going to happen. Like the logic fell into place all the way for me. Where I was like, oh, so visually, this is going to catch up with itself, and like we're going to get like this moment that kind of like overlaps. Like so, like it was obviously ego stroking myself for thinking of it and figuring it out and seeing it coming. But it was one of those moments, and plus just watching that movie with a clean slate to begin with too, because it kind of like. I really loved it.
Have you ever read the short story that it's based on?
No, I still never did. I should.
By his brother, Jonathan Nolan.
Yeah, Memento Mori.
Yes, and the ending is different, and it's just as heartbreaking.
Oh, so sad. So sad. And what about, but for like maybe something besides movies? I'm sure there's music that I'd probably like really, like maybe like Pink Floyd, like The Wall. Or not even The Wall, maybe Dark Side of the Moon. Like the first time I heard those albums, where they're just like I had heard a couple of tracks, you know what I mean, but hadn't sat and never didn't have the albums,
The whole thing.
So
yeah.
we were somewhere, whatever. I mean, even without drugs or alcohol, that might have been involved. Like I really think that, like that first time, like when all those clocks and bells start going on Dark Side of the Moon, it's like, what the fuck is this? I don't know. I really had a great experience with that. But I'm sure there's music for everybody that's probably similar. Something probably from back in your old days,
See, my music one is also from a movie, but it's Dan Finnerty and the Dan Band's cover of The Candy Shop.
What the fuck?
Fair enough. Yeah.
It's in The Hangover.
It's in The Hangover. The Dan Band. Those guys.
Dan Band.
Oh,
Yeah.
Those
okay.
guys, they basically sing every song. Like a
Okay,
bunch of
that's right.
The annoying
wanna
Remington.
lick the candy shop.
You know what's funny? That's
Let
one.
you lick the lollipop.
Now you know it.
Yeah,
You know it
yeah,
well.
yeah.
But you know what's funny is, and this is why all the Richard Cheese songs I like, I don't go back and listen to the real ones.
Yeah.
Because I did that with Candy Shop.
Right.
And I'm thinking like, oh, maybe this is how I can get into rap music, because this is, there's like, and then you watch it, and it's like, no, he just stares into the camera in the music video and just says the words like so like dryly and blankly, and there's no humor at all. And I'm like,
They were going for a
these are
thing.
the funniest lyrics I've ever heard. And you see them with no feeling. And somehow make this boring.
Yeah. It's quite the reveal. And what's funny about you with the Richard Cheese is that I always thought like the funniness was the knowing the song, and that like certain songs they're a little more obscure, a little harder to know. But I thought the idea was that like if you know the song, then that's the context. Like you can't listen to his version of Nirvana's "Rape Me" and not like like get that there's a fucking like there's just the shift. Like you can't contextualize you're missing part of the context.
Well, to me, that's the humor is like trying to figure out like how could that have been a thing? How is that an actual song?
Right. Yeah. Well, that's the thing too. That can't be a real song.
Like this is a real song that people are popular. And because like the thing with Richard Cheese that it unlocked with me is I have a hard time listening to music because I focus so much on the lyrics and they don't make sense.
Right. And where he like embraces that.
Where he like embraces the absurdity.
Yes.
And
like shining a light on it. In a way. Yeah. I mean, it's a song called "Rape Me," and it's about like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And he's doing "Rape Me." Hey.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, how you doing?
Everybody, rape me.
Exactly. So it's good stuff for the family. I want to hear the kids bop. I want to hear the kids bop version of that. And if no one's doing it, Wesley, start making it.
Make it happen.
Make it happen. So that's going to wrap up the emails. We'll even play the music on the way out this time. How's that? That's unusual. That's unusual. We must have time to fill.
All right. Oh, we forgot the Capcom.
We didn't even do it. No, we didn't forget.
Oh, okay.
We didn't forget. So this is how I'm running the doc, just so you know. These two ones here with the question marks, that's like, if we got time.
Oh, okay.
It's like if we're coming up shy, we got 15 minutes, we got 10 minutes, we could do the Capcom.
Oh, okay.
Because lately the Capcom's doing pretty well. It is. But now it's at a point where it's like there's more than 5 responses. It's like it's getting to the point where it's like to reread it and to kind of go through it. We've got to find a rhythm for it. I would like to do it, but it's a visual, first of all. And second of all, it's like a lot of entries. And unless we like pick a winner off mic and then like come in and say, hey, the winner is fucking Henno this week. And this was his big tagline for it. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Well, we're not that polished. If we had an intern around here, hey,
true.
We'll make it, that's a thing for him to do.
Yeah.
He'd come walking over with a clipboard. He'd be like, guys, no, seriously, guys, please, just someone pay attention to me. All right, I got the things for the caption contest. I got the 3 best. What I think is the 3. Oh, what you think is the 3 best, right? How do we know they're the 3 best? That's Jay, right? Fuck this guy. I don't like him. Get him out of here. And I'm like, we're not paying him. All right, then keep him around because he's worth every penny. But basically, that's kind of like how that would go.
Well, see, like interns, they do it for school credit. Which one of us signs that paper? I mean, like, who contacts the college
I'm surprised
and gives him the update, like, yeah, he's doing okay. He's, who's the contact there?
Palmer.
Yeah.
We sent him out. If you want the signature, you got to go to Pennsylvania. Palmer won't do it by mail. He won't do it by mail. He's like, if you really, really want it, You'll drive. And then when you get there, put them in your trunk and bring them back here.
Yeah.
Snatch them up.
Yeah.
If you really want to be back here next year, intern again.
Yeah.
Snatch them up.
Yeah, have a case of cranberry ginger ale and just lead it into it like E.T. with the Reese's Pieces.
I don't even know if that works for him, but I'll say yeah.
I saw a case of it when we were there.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
But it was a whole case.
Yeah.
I think he got that by like a potluck dinner or something.
Okay.
He walked out of that at a contest or something.
He stole it from work.
It was one of these things where like he was like, like it was a thing. It was like I don't even know why it's here.
It was cranberry ginger ale right next to a case of Mountain Dew.
The two great taste great together.
Yeah. Did you even know that was a thing? Because I didn't know that was a thing until that day.
What, cranberry Mountain Dew?
Cranberry ginger ale.
Yes.
Oh
I've
no,
seen
yeah.
that,
I mean, but you know what it is?
Yeah.
Stuff like that doesn't surprise me anymore, though. Like when I see like it's like avocado Schweppes, like I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. I mean, that's ridiculous, obviously.
Yeah.
But I thought one of you would fucking find out remotely amusing, but I guess not. We must be at the end of the show.
Well, I mean, at least the cranberry ginger ale, if you got a UTI, I mean, you know.
Hey-oh! Been there, done that.
Call for drinks.
Last call for drinks, kids.
Closing down.
Bar's closing down. All right, so let's wrap it up.
Yep.
How about that?
How about that?
How about that? We're going to wrap up the main show. If you're listening live, stick around. We're not going anywhere. We're going to play a song so we can take a pee break, but we're going to come back with the after show that is only available live. And if you support us on Patreon, $1 a month gets you all the after shows. $3 a month gets you all the exclusives and those after shows. Just a plethora of content.
Yep.
People should probably look out for the new, if you're at the $3 level, at the Patreon for this month. I did it all by myself.
Yeah. This was your solo run.
I was so scared and alone.
Yeah. How long did you go? How long did you make it for?
I got to 42 minutes, and I was like, I'm going to push. I'm going to push. I pushed for another 7 or 8. I got to like 49. Yeah. Ooh.
Wow.
And I left stuff in. I was like, I should really cut out this like 30 seconds of me trying to look something up on the internet. And I was like, nah, I'm leaving it in. Just me going, yeah, give me a minute. Yeah, I'm going to get to it. No.
Only two guys who could pull off that are like Larry Miller and Greg Proops. And Greg Proops always has an audience with him.
Yeah, you need some kind of interaction a little
Yeah.
bit. You know, or at the very least, what I realized was like, in the beginning of it, I'm like, I should leave on this backing track.
Yeah.
Because it fills in the dead air gaps. So I could be that guy that would be like,
Yeah.
you know what we got to do? We got to take our time and think about things before we say them.
Like a James T. Kirk.
Plan them out a little bit ahead. Don't get too far ahead of yourself. That's the way you got to do it. It's kind of like that, you know what I mean?
There's an NPR host who you tell
Yes.
he has to work for NPR because
Right.
no one else would hire this guy who
Right.
talks about music, who has these long pauses.
Couldn't do
I
it.
wasn't sure if I should play this record.
Tell them to turn on they used to call it a cash box
Yeah.
on radio, which would snip it out dead air that was longer than like running live on a mic. It would snip out dead air that was running like longer than 2 seconds or 3 seconds. I think you can set it. I saw something that was referred to as a cash box. Maybe that was like an in-house name.
Okay.
But, you know, that's why sometimes some stations, they sound a little weird. But hey, that's also because they're doing a voice like, hey, how you doing? This is Cousin Brucey. All right. Anyway, once again, trying to close up the show. Can't get it done.
Nope.
Doesn't matter who's here.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. It's me. It's me. Because I'm here every time. Ed,
Common denominator.
where can people find you on the internet, Ed?
I'm on @EdwardO'Hare TBD.
Henno, in addition to the Gotham Lights podcast, and in addition to the Crazy Life podcast, where can people find you on the internet?
Find me on Twitter at Ida Henno.
IDA.
Henno. Or you can just search for El Henno.
El Henno.
El Henno.
El Henno.
Yeah. And I did not give myself that nickname. It was given to me.
There we go.
You stole the pony.
Yes, exactly.
Like a fine Corinthian leather. A fine Corinthian leather. People say to me all the time, Alejandro, why do you talk like this?
Yeah.
I do not know. Okay, all right. That's it. I am at Wicked Theory on the Twitters. Shows at wickedtheory.com, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Music, all those good places where you can find podcasts given away for free because we don't charge you for it. If you want to support us on Patreon, I mentioned that before, patreon.com/Wicked Theory. Listen to us live every Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Mixlr. Download the Mixlr device or online at mixlr.com/wicked-theory. I'm giving it out, all of it, Ed.
Good.
Professionalism.
All of it.
Boom.
Boom. Are you ready to rock, sir?
I'm ready to rock.
You got to play us some kind of little jingle on the way out?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
All right, so I'm going to turn up that mic whenever you are ready.
Wicked Theory podcast is heard live every Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern until whenever. Just go to mixler.com/wicked-theory. Mixler is MIXLR. Sign up to join the chat. Then click the follow button to get reminders whenever the show goes live. You can find the show on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Music, wherever good podcasts are given away for free, and at wickedtheory.com. You can support the show at patreon.com/wickedtheory. There you can get the after show if you miss it live. God forbid. Plus other exclusive episodes. As always, send your emails to podcast@wickedtheory.com.